Open your social studies books to page H8. It has a little star in the bottom left-hand corner. You should see this picture of a globe on that page. Press pause until you find the page. You will also need to have your social studies notebook and a pencil handy and ready to go. Okay, follow along. Put your finger on the title of the page. Building Geography Skills, Map and Globe Skills Review. What does a globe show? This is an image of Earth. It lets you clearly see some of Earth's large landforms, continents, and bodies of water, oceans. The image below shows Earth as it actually is. Atlantic Ocean, North America, South America, Pacific Ocean. At the right is a globe, a small copy of Earth you can hold in your hands. It has drawings of Earth's 7 continents and 4 oceans. Can you name the continents and oceans not shown here? Also, a globe shows the 2 imaginary lines that divide Earth into halves, the equator and the prime meridian. Open your notebook, take a minute, draw Earth as you see it on this page. Label the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, and North America. I would like you then to go find your atlas in the front of the room. In your atlas, look in the front of the atlas and find the 7 continents. In your notebook, I would like you to label all 7 continents. If you turn to page 6 and 7 in your atlas, you will see the 7 continents. Hit pause, take notes now. Welcome back. Did you list North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and Antarctica? If you did, you listed the 7 continents. Turning to page H9, follow along as I read. Put your finger on the heading, Hemispheres, Northern and Southern. Like any kind of a ball, you can see only half of Earth and a globe at a time. Half views of Earth have names, hemispheres, and the illustration at left below shows Earth separated into these views at the equator. The northern hemisphere is the half north of the equator, which circles Earth halfway between the poles. However, there is only one way to see the northern hemisphere all at once. You have to turn a globe until you are looking down directly at the North Pole. The picture below shows that view. What are the only continents not found, at least in part, in the northern hemisphere? Did you say Antarctica and Australia? If so, you're correct. Continuing along, the southern hemisphere is the half of Earth south of the equator. The picture below turns the globe until you are looking down directly at the South Pole. You see all of the southern hemisphere. Which hemisphere, northern or southern, contains more land? So hit pause, take a few minutes to look at the northern and southern hemisphere. Did you know the word hemisphere means half ball? Hemi means half, and sphere is that ball. I would like you to also do a sketch in your notebook. Label Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, and do your best to draw in the 7 continents that you see on the hemispheres on page H9. Hit pause and do so now. Okay, turn your book to page H10. Put your finger on the title of the page. It's in the red section. Building Geography Skills, Map and Globe Skills Review. Hemispheres. western and eastern. Earth has two other hemispheres. They are formed by dividing Earth into halves a different way, along the prime meridian. The prime meridian is an imaginary line that runs from the North Pole to the South Pole. It passes through Greenwich, England, at an area of London. The eastern hemisphere is the half east of the prime meridian. The prime meridian passes through which continents? So take a minute, pause, and look at your globe. Did you say Africa and Antarctica? If you did, you're correct. Continuing along. The western hemisphere is the half of Earth west of the prime meridian. Which two continents are found entirely within this hemisphere? Which of the four oceans is not found in the hemisphere? In which two hemispheres is the United States found? So take a minute, hit pause, and see if you can answer those questions. Did you say that the United States is found in the Western Hemisphere? If so, you are correct. I would like you to draw a globe in your notebook and draw the prime meridian. Again, the prime meridian is that line that divides the Earth from north to south. We know that the equator divides it east to west. So the prime meridian is that other imaginary line that runs from north to south. Click pause and do that now. Welcome back. Please make sure you're on page H11. Follow along in your book. Understand latitude and longitude. Map makers created a system for noting the exact location of places on Earth. The system uses two sets of imaginary circles crossing Earth. They are numbered in units called degrees. Lines of latitude are the set of circles that go east and west. So if you look down below, run your finger down to the globe right below this paragraph. That's a globe with lines of latitude. And notice that those lines run east to west. Put your finger on the equator. It's in red. If you move your finger north, you'll see it's marked in what we call degrees. 15 degrees, 30 degrees, and when you reach about 45 degrees, you're getting into the area where we live in the Midwestern United States. Okay, move your finger back up into the paragraph. Again, I'm going to reread because that's what good readers do. They go back and reread and make sure they understand. Lines of latitude are the set of circles that go east and west. The equator is 0 degrees latitude. From there, the parallel circles go north and south. They get smaller and smaller until they end in dots at the North Pole, 90 degrees north, and the South Pole, 90 degrees south. If you want to click pause, take a minute and look at the globe. See how the circles get smaller. Continuing along, the globe below at the left is tilted to show latitude lines, 15 degrees apart, up to the North Pole. Most of the United States falls between which degrees of latitude? So click pause and see if you can figure that out. If you said 30 degrees north and 45 degrees north, you are correct. Continuing along to the next paragraph. Lines of longitude are the set of circles that go north and south. So click pause and look at those lines running north and south. They are all the same size. The prime meridian is 0 degrees longitude. However, from there, the degrees fan out between the north and south poles. They are not parallel and go east and west for 180 degrees, not just 90 degrees. The globe below at the right shows longitude lines 15 degrees apart. They meet at 180 degrees on the other side of Earth, directly behind the prime meridian. Most of Africa falls between which degrees of longitude? So click pause. Look at the globe below. Welcome back. If you said Africa falls between 15 degrees west and 45 degrees west, you are correct. Page H12, Building Geography Skills. Map and Globe Skills Review. Again, you can pause at any time and reread each word that you do not understand. Use map features to help read maps. A title tells what a map is about. What is the title of the map below? Click pause. Welcome back. Did you say the title is Largest Cities in the West? If so, you're correct. Continuing along. A political map shows the location of cities, states, and countries. A physical map adds landforms and water. What kind of map is on this page? Click pause. If you said it's a political map, you are correct. We have a physical map hanging in our classroom. It is the one that many of you touched that shows the landforms. Continuing along. A compass rose is a pointer that shows the 4 major directions or cardinal directions. On the compass roses in the textbook, north points upward and is marked with an N. East is to the right, south is straight down, and west is to the left. The compass rose also shows intermediate directions. The pointer's halfway between cardinal directions. Intermediate directions are northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. What state is southwest of Colorado? Again, look for Colorado on your map below. It's in orange, and the abbreviation is CO. So if you run your finger down, you're heading south, and you move a little to the left, you're heading southwest. If you said Arizona, you are correct. Continuing along, many maps have symbols. A symbol is a mark or a drawing or a field of color that stands for something else. A key or legend is the box in which all symbols are explained. On the map below, what mark shows cities with more than 2 million people? So again, run your finger down to the little box. The title in the box is Key to Population. If you can't find it, it's the white box. Run your finger down, you'll see a black bullet point. It reads more than 2 million people. So on your map, you're going to find those large, dark bullet points. Click pause. If you said cities like Los Angeles, Oakland, Sacramento, Denver, Colorado Springs, you are correct. You are able to use the key to locate cities with more than 2 million people. Last paragraph, continuing along. Some maps have a locator, which is a small globe or map. It shows where the main map is located within a larger area of Earth, such as a continent. A red box often frames the area. What does the locator below have? Why does the locator below have 3 red boxes? So click pause and see if you can figure it out. Welcome back. Did you say because those 3 red boxes are cities in the United States? If so, you are correct. Our larger map features Alaska, Hawaii, and that section of the United States. That's what you see in the locator map. Please make sure you have your notes in your notebook. If you need to, go back and reread any section in your notebook. All material covered in this screencast is testable material.